Fell in love at the age of 17. I loved her and she loved me. I thought that love would last.
Hey guys, welcome to Mentour District episode. What episode is this?
Like 8.
7, no?
No.
7?
I think.
We always
7.
lose- we always
7.
lose count.
I
Seven,
told you
yeah,
guys. 7.
Again,
counting?
I'm MOLIS,
Rafa?
I'm Yadira.
and we have our guest here,
I'm Herman.
Herman,
Herman.
owner of Mason's Den and more stuff, but we'll talk about it. Normally we do the current events before the guest, but I mean, like, you know what? We're going to have to throw them in here.
No worries.
A ver, Yadira, what do you got going on?
So, you know me. I'm a Cardi B fan, right? Did you guys hear about the split with Cardi B and Offset?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess he was trying to set up a threesome with some. I think he's like a rapper, and then another one was like an Instagram model. And then he, I guess they exposed him, and then Cardi B found out, and then she posted a video on her Instagram talking about the split.
Oh, did she? I didn't see
Yeah.
that. I just know I noticed some of the outlets they posted a picture que actually TMZ got a hold of. I mean, a video on está la muchacha. I don't know her name, but they hashtag Summer Bunny, so I don't know if that's her name. But she goes
Sounds
by
Like a
so.
stripper?
yeah,
Or
Summer
porn
Bunny.
star.
Porn star in the making.
And
Right.
they had her también, I guess, like a video of her saying that you know, she was accused of ruining the Offset and Cardi B relationship, cried and apologized to both of them. You know, we're all on top of like music and stuff. The thing is, when it comes to hip hop, it seems like the women are more trying to make a name for themselves with other things besides music. You know, nadie se queda a conocer por su música. They're always trying to do. I mean, they're all strippers, and ain't nothing wrong with strippers because we all know that, you know, Rafa loves strippers, right? Rafa?
Oh, yeah.
Hey,
No,
cut that out.
No, pero it just seems like that there were, you know, esta muchacha, she knew what she was in for, the third party.
Yeah, and then
You
she
know?
actually stated that in her apology, she's saying that she's sorry for getting into that. She didn't know that Cardi B and Offset's marriage was actually serious.
Yeah, come on now.
I know.
I mean, you
like,
got,
they just,
you
dude
got
just had
one
a
of
baby.
one of the hottest females, and the guy Offset. I mean, his music is one of the hottest groups, and as a couple, they're a power couple. You know.
Yeah, they were.
They're one of the top 2 power couples, so she knows. I don't want to talk about her. I don't want to talk about that. Another thing.
On to the next one.
Yeah, déjalo. Another thing I want to talk about is there was a video I saw of The Game, the rapper. He posted. It was a long video, but he posted. He wants people to stop comparing themselves to Tupac. So when I saw that, the first one that came to mind was this young rapper que Kai said, XXX Tentacion. You know, do you guys know about him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
he got
actually heard
killed,
people compare
right?
him to Tupac because
Yeah.
of what happened to him.
Yeah, but see, the thing about this kid, he was going through depression, and then that, of course, affected his music, his writing, and I guess he was getting out of it, and I don't know what happened because he's one of those SoundCloud rappers, because muchos rappers that you see hicieron. So, you know, a lot of people were like, oh, you know, he had a positive message and such and such. The thing is, Tupac was different. Tupac was one of the I'm not gonna say he was a pioneer, but he was actually es un tiempo como tu vida, you know, like you sing of stages of your lives. So in the beginning, he was singing about females and all this, and you know, sexual and money and, you know, the whole Versace shirts y todo. Después he got into real life. You know, I guess I think he was maturing cuando falleció, se puede decir. And, you know, all these people are like, oh, XXX Tentacion. Like, no, he didn't. He was a kid. No sabía ni lo que era la vida. I mean,
Right.
unfortunately, he did suffer from depression, pero another Tupac, I don't really think so. I mean, at todos modos, why would you want to be a Tupac? There's already a Tupac. Be yourself.
I have a little current map. It's very interesting to me. The 25 richest families in the world.
Did you see my family in there?
Yeah, actually.
okay.
Yeah. That's a trip.
A ver, number 12. Nah, no tan
Oh,
importante.
yeah, you're
importante.
in number 7. The Gonzalez family de Durango aquí.
valió. A
Number
ver.
5.
Let me see a picture of me. Let me see. No, sí salí bien.
No, yeah, the 25 richest and the top three. I'm not gonna say them all, just so muchos, and we don't even know half of these people. The number three is the Mars family.
Oh yeah, that's
Creators
my neighbor,
of M&M's, Milky Way.
Yo, with all those chocolates,
all
huh?
the chocolate people.
The Mars?
Who's the number one? Oh,
Se aceleró.
Let me find out.
Their net worth, $89.7 billion.
What?
How much?
89.7 billion. The
Net worth.
Mars family. Number two is the Koch family. They're like all in the politics and stuff. Very powerful, low key people.
Yeah.
You know, your conspiracy theorist fans.
Yeah,
Does
you
the
want to look
number
into
one
that.
start with an R?
Look them up. With the R?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, okay.
Why would you think it was an R?
Rothschilds?
Oh, the Rothschilds. Okay.
Is it Rothschilds or Rothschild?
Rothschilds, I think.
Thought it was Rothschild.
No, but
No,
they're not.
sorry.
They're not here. They're not even in the top 25.
Well, they're not there because they're
Right, low key, right?
Yeah.
They are. Number one is the Walton family.
Walton.
Disney, no?
Walmart.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
They're still up there. I was surprised
Walton.
that they're still up there. Like
Yeah.
Walmart's been.
How
for a
much are
while.
there?
Look at number three. Look at the difference. Number three, the Mars are 89.7 billion.
Yeah.
The Koch family, 98.7 billion, and the Walton family, 151.5 billion dollars.
Wow.
what do you do with all that money?
You think it's a Wheaton? Like, fuck, dude, we're number 3.
Oh, we're only number 3.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nah,
What
they
a
got-
bad year.
Yeah.
We had a
Nah, I
bad
don't
year.
think so.
Es igual como like all the families, like the Hiltons también, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Son familias que ya no tienen que trabajar.
No.
I think they all have, I'm pretty sure they have an accountant that gives them like a share amount to everybody. Like, okay, this is your, ¿cómo se llama? This is your cut, you know, or your monthly, I guess your monthly allowance.
Your
se puede
residual.
decir.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, I mean, power to them, though.
All right. Yeah, I'm looking at the list, see if any popular, familiar families, but no. Like, I don't know.
The owner of Telcel's family's not up there anymore.
A ver.
I know
Shut
he was
up.
like the quote unquote richest Mexican.
Is
Oh, is
Carlos
that-
C?
Carlos something. Slim.
Oh, the
Slim.
Slim.
Yeah.
Probably, I guess probably the family estate probably is not.
No.
Yeah.
Because I know he's a top 5,
Yeah.
but
yeah.
probably El Solo.
Hey, do
Yeah.
you think he actually lives in Mexico?
I don't think so.
No.
Huh.
My
No.
friend lives
Would
over
you?
here.
Mm,
I mean,
would.
Well, he has a lot of business there, so he has to be there for a while, you know, be around there. in the
Porque,
area.
I mean, being so dangerous and you having so much money, you know, because in Mexico, the cartels run the government.
Mhm.
So at that point, you really have no say unless you're giving them a cut. So I would say, you know what, screw this. I'm going to the U.S. Yeah, no me hace nada.
Oh, yeah, well, he's Middle Eastern too, right? So he has.
Is he?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
yeah. He's from over there too.
Nah,
Like,
entonces no es
Lebanese.
mexicano.
He's not
Full
100% Mexican.
Oh, okay.
So you know, he se la pasa nomás ahí a veces.
And then I'm trying to go through the current events as soon as possible para llegar a lo mero bueno. Let me see. Oh, congratulations to Cornelio Vega. Yadira, we were talking about his music recently, ¿no?
Yeah.
Cornelio Vega sacó el Thursday pasado con unos amigos nosotros que hablamos. ¿Te acuerdas que no contestaron?
Oh, yeah.
Los de Guamuchil.
Los de
Sí, los
Guamuchil.
Yeah.
amigos que no
Yeah, que no contestaron. So,
buenos amigos.
Y
Yeah.
todavía
Qué
no ha
bueno.
regresado
Y no.
la llamada.
no, sí regresaron la llamada,
Oh,
pero
sí,
yeah.
Ay, sí.
Más que cuando me regresaron ya no los contesté. Cornelio Vega y su dinastía featuring los de Guamuchil. They have a song que se llama La Cuchara.
La cuchara.
La Cuchara,
Mhm.
but you know, it's because they sing about weed and stuff.
Okay.
So it's like Kush and
Yeah.
then Ada. So
Claro,
a good song though. I give him props. I like it.
Con un gallo. Is that one, no?
No, I've never heard it.
Yeah, that one.
Una
that one.
rolita
Yeah.
de... Cartel de Santa.
Yeah.
See, that's what happens when you start watching Tupac. Now you're
I
Yeah,
know.
because
Oh
ya-
my gosh.
Y luego también, ¿vio en el entierro de President Bush, el papá?
Yeah. I didn't watch it. I saw like glimpses of it.
Just snippets and stuff.
I saw the ending.
I wasn't gonna be there watching it though.
Se me hizo very touching cuando George Bush, el hijo, when he had to go and talk about his dad. It was like,
Father
because
thing, right?
yeah, because I mean George Bush Jr. Todos lo conocemos, very silly, very. What's a better way para no decir pendejo?
Very
Clumsy.
Yeah.
Very what?
Clumsy.
Clumsy.
Yeah.
Pirata.
No, he's just that jolly guy. You know, he's happy.
Yeah.
But when he talked,
Pirata y pirata.
sí, se
Piratón.
pirateaba. Yeah. when he would when he was talking about his pops, and then the thing that got to me was that I got about the whole thing was he talked about he had a sister, una hija de George Sr. that passed away when she was 3. And then after that, like throughout the whole speech, he mentioned al último. He said that he's happy that his dad is finally back holding his mom's hand, and he wonders if his sister is still a baby or is she all grown up. And by that time, his voice really cracked. You know, so you know it really came like from the heart. I was like, damn, poor guy.
Damn.
Pero after that, he just turned around and started laughing at everybody, you know.
And he threw a joke out.
Yeah. Pero pues,
Ese Bush.
así es la vida.
Así es, ¿verdad?
And then we're talking about the president. Que estaba vivo.
Oh, Jimmy Carter. Right?
Yeah,
He's still alive.
Yeah,
Man, I can't believe that.
yeah. And he looks good, dude.
Should
He looks like he could run for another 4 years.
Right. He looks younger than Clinton.
Probably younger than Bernie.
He looks young. Ese es Clinton ya se mira acabado pues por la esposa
Jimmy
que trae, yo
Carter,
creo.
Yeah,
Damn, he do.
Yeah.
yeah. He's just like rich to me. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, ¿verdad?
Right.
So, yeah, what else you got?
You know me. I'm on to this. I
Cardi
gotta be
B.
the girl. I gotta be the girl here. You know Ariana Grande's new music video. Thank you next. You guys,
Okay.
You guys need to watch it.
Okay.
So
check it
what
out.
she did was she like did like a little like mix a little like mashup of like iconic movies that we watched as when we were like teens, like Mean Girls. I don't know if you guys have heard of it.
Yeah.
Mean Girls, 13 Going on 30. Y otras, and she just put it all together in a music video. And the cool thing was that she actually got the actors that played in those movies back then to be in her music video now.
Yeah, I saw it. It was crazy.
And then, so she broke a record for Vivo. This is thing for Vivo, like for the most streams in 24 hours.
Damn,
And she
dude.
broke that record.
That's cool.
Yeah.
How old were you when Mean Girls came out?
I don't know. I don't remember. I just remember being small.
So,
What else you got?
do you guys know which one's the most watched video on YouTube?
No.
You guys don't know? Take a
No.
wild guess.
6ix9ine.
Which
Baby
one?
Shark.
Baby Shark? No. Say what'd you say?
6ix9ine.
6ix9ine?
6ix9ine.
Oh,
The
6ix9ine.
rapper.
No, no.
Probably not.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go with. I'm gonna have to go with J Balvin.
J Balvin?
Yeah.
Good try. Good try. You're in the.
It's
You're in that genre.
Is it a music video?
Yeah, you're in that genre.
Okay.
Oh, I know what it is.
Despacito.
Despacito.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
knew it.
Yeah.
Despacito.
How many views?
I think it might be up to 6 billion already.
Oh,
6 billion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, it was crazy because I know there's a couple of people that hit the billions. ¿Cómo se llama la muchacha? La de Adele hit billions. ¿Cómo se llama el?
Probably Justin Bieber too.
Yeah.
I don't know if he hit a
No.
billion though. I haven't seen any of his videos. El otro, ¿cómo se llama el dorky guy with the long hair? The Irish kid, I think. Sherwin.
Ed Sheeran?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Ed
oh,
Sheeran. He's hit.
I thought it was gonna be the other guy.
He's hit billions.
Yeah.
Like
Wow.
more than once.
5.7 billion.
Wow.
Luis
Wow.
Fonsi. Daddy Yankee most watched.
Do you know how the residuals on
Maluma
that?
has
I know that's
1.4
it's
billion.
exactly what I was thinking
Billion?
right now.
Maluma
Dude, you're making.
1.4 billion.
So that's why, like, for artists, this is very important. You have to invest in your product, and you are your product. You have to invest in yourself, your brand, you know, especially them that they have the funds,
Mhm.
you know. So record labels, make sure you guys, you know, take this in consideration when you guys are planning out your plans for your artists. Because mucha gente, pa qué, you know, let's just shoot a music video, you know, unos 20, 40,000, you know.
Yeah.
And then you have someone else that's like, fuck it, I'm gonna throw $1 million, you know. And there goes the results.
Oh,
There's the results.
Ballin' for life.
right.
Pero ese music video de este Despacito es kind of whack, ¿no? Era en una playa nomás y cualquiera, ¿no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it was more of the song.
Yeah.
More was more of the song than the video.
It wasn't like a revolutionary
And
video or
those
anything.
views that those views that it's getting, I don't think they're getting it because of the video. They're getting it because of the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People are putting it.
Playing
People aren't gonna be sitting there watching
Right.
it. They're just
That's true.
voy a limpiar, lo voy a poner.
Yeah.
And once you think about it, that song, like every race, every culture is listening
Right.
to it. You go to the club and you see
The beat.
an African American guy shaking it up with the girl, Despacito,
Yeah,
and you
that's
know
true.
every other song you really don't see that.
Hey,
you know?
speaking of that,
That's
have you
very
guys seen the video on the Saloon Asian guy in a suit, like clean cut Asian guy? Okay, he just comes out like yelling like reggaeton verses.
Yeah, like in random places.
Yeah, random places.
Yeah, I know what you're
I've seen
talking
that.
about.
So if you don't know, like it'll trip you out. Está uno que I think he was at like a cell phone place. I don't want to say the brand. He's at a shop, and then he just like reggaeton, and everybody's like, "What the hell?" And then he started yelling verses, and then I guess you can see the little kids in the back like, "Oh yeah," like nodding their head like, "Oh, that's the song."
He has his headphones on, no?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's in the metro también. I was in the
I haven't
subway.
seen that.
Funny guy.
Yeah, check that out.
What else you guys got? Because I'm eager to jump into Herman and his story.
Get to the good stuff.
Yeah, man. That's it for me. I got no more current events. What do you guys got?
Man, I cover my current events.
I'm done.
That's done. All right, guys. So look, we're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna return with Herman, and he's gonna tell us Mason's Den, how he went from you went from what though?
From selling drugs.
Nah, I would have never gone down. You know.
No, you know.
No.
I pretty much went from being a full-time employee, working 40, 50 hours a week, getting a base salary, to like, you know, kind of like just running my own business and
Like
trying
that's
to.
it. I'm done.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
it.
So look, we're gonna come back right after these commercial breaks.
Larry's Body and Paint in Whittier is your #1 full-service collision repair shop. When life takes a wrong turn, just come on in and drop off your vehicle, and we'll take care of the rest. From the estimate process to working with your insurance, our technicians will work to have your car look as good as new. Larry's Body and Paint is proud to be servicing the city of Whittier since 1976. Make sure to stop by our location at 13542 Telegraph Road, Whittier, California 90605, or give us a call at 562-946-1527. Again, that phone number is 562-946-1527. Larry's Body and Paint, where we treat our customers like family.
Okay, hey guys, we're back now. Let's hear a little bit about Mason's Den. ¿De qué se trata? ¿O de qué? A ver, platica.
So,
All right. So my first question is, your name is Herman. Where did the name Mason's Den come from?
my name is Herman, German and English. Mason's Den is actually a brand that me and say my baby's mom, we created Mason's Den. Mason is our son, and at my parents' house there's like a little cabinet where he goes and he grabs all his snacks, all his food, all the junk food, all the stuff he shouldn't be eating. And we decided, like, hey, let's just brand ourselves with our son, which we love, and his favorite thing, the Den. So Mason's Den.
Mason's Den.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
So, what is Mason's Den?
So Mason's Den, it's pretty much our little concession stand business that me and my wife started. We do different festivals, music festivals, and we sell elotes, all the crazy stuff. We have our rainbow elote, which has been hitting the social media a ton. We sell funnel cakes, fried Oreos, different things that you really don't see out in the community on a day-to-day basis.
So what is a rainbow elote? I'm curious about that now.
So the rainbow elote is the unicorn. That's what we call it. It's just dyed butter, dyed mayo, dyed cheese. You can get it with different toppings. So we can replace the red with either hot Cheetos, Takis, and then we do pink mayo and blue butter.
So
What?
the colors are flavored. So don't think they're just dyeing anything. It's actually flavored.
Oh, it's flavored? I
Yeah,
thought
like
No,
red.
it's no.
like-
You're no, not to say you're wrong, but
Yeah.
Hey, you're wrong.
But
no, but
right.
you know when MOLIS goes, they usually, instead of the red cotija cheese, they just put hot Cheetos, and then for the orange they put the cheese Cheetos. So it's
Hey,
yeah.
so I should get what's I should get a little cut for creating all these special dishes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Molly.
Yeah.
Molly's elote.
Yeah.
we want to create one for you.
Yeah.
We've been in the talks for a cool minute
Un
about
Yeah,
it.
azul.
yeah.
Un azul. Un
Yeah.
azul.
Yeah, we'll get back to that, but let's talk about Mason's Den. Where did you guys originally start it?
So Alicia's parents, which they when Alicia was pregnant, they were like, "Hey, you guys need to kind of make quick money, you know, and do what we do, the business." And they run their successful concession stand business called Ricos Manjares. They go to different big fairs. They have their big concession stand trailer. And we were able to find a local event, which I don't know if you guys have been to, the 626 Night Market in Arcadia. And we got in with the Ricos Manjares, and it was like completely off. Like, we couldn't really brand that at a young millennial event. You know, people want to like go to different things that have like a name that hits. So Ricos Manjares.
The youth quería más fusions. They didn't want the traditional, right?
They didn't want like the traditional. We had a little bit of a line, but once we launched Mason's Den, we've got up to like 55-minute wait sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah, because we got Rafa. I sent you before, right?
Yeah. I went to 626 right
Really?
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
Porque the 626 event, it's really good. Los invito a todos. It's actually, it takes in like in 3 different places, right?
So the 626 Night Market team, which is a phenomenal team. Shout out to Johnny and Alfredo, which is our vendor rep. They have one in Arcadia that happens 4 times a year. They have one in the OC that happens 3 times a year. And just this past year, they added one in NorCal Night Market, which I believe there's 3 this coming year.
Okay, great.
And you guys are in all of them.
Yeah, we do really well there. So we kind of just go to all of them. We travel. We do a lot of the.
Hey, where do you guys get the idea for all this stuff? Because I've always mentioned, like, when people ask me about Mason's Den, because you know I love to support you guys. People ask me about it. I'm like, look, I'm not saying they were the founders, but to my understanding, they're the first people that start putting like the hot Cheetos on the elote, because it's cob, and then they have the esquite, which is like the kettle, the corn. It's the taken off, and they put it in a cup. So I'm always, you know, like.
So I think like everyone, I don't know who did it, but it started going viral on social media. And I think we were probably the first people that actually did it like at a pop-up environment. A pop-up means where you just don't have an actual establishment. You go to just to different festivals. And now it's everywhere. You can find those hot Cheeto esquites everywhere.
And do you guys have an official like hashtag or?
We do hashtag Mason's Den. And we do hashtag Unicorn Elote. That's what kind of just made us go viral. We're top 25 most Instagrammable in LA. One of them,
Really?
1 out of 25.
Oh wow! So if you guys want to see a picture, message the Instagram and just follow
Masons.den.
Yeah, follow it. And then, what's your Instagram, by the way, so people can go in and check out?
My personal Instagram is The Life of German. I kind of just try to throw what I eat, the sneakers I purchase, my family, my kids, my 2 kids, and yeah, kind of just my life, The Life of German.
I'm right here on your Instagram page, actually, snooping around. It says you have at Rams and at USC EDU.
Yeah, so we actually have 2 concession stands at the USC football games and 1 at the Rams games. Last year, there was a lovely lady by the name of Sarah that found us on social media. She invited us to join the team, and we've been there ever since. That's usually towards the end of the year, and it's kind of, I love it. Alicia loves it because we kind of just go once in the beginning of the year, put up the stand, and leave it there for the whole season. Yeah,
that's really cool. And so I'm saying, because I just out of my head, like thinking, what do you guys don't have a Rams color elote?
We actually do.
Oh, you do?
We did the blue Rams elote. It's just cotija blue cheese, and we did it the traditional yellow butter.
And the SC one too.
Yeah, the SC one, we kind of just did the hot Cheeto. We kind of don't really promote those there because everyone that goes there just wants either the traditional elote or the hot Cheetos or the Taki one. Not even the unicorn. The unicorn does not sell at all there.
Really? Wow. That's cool. You have Rams one.
Yeah.
So you have Mason's Den, and we know that you recently, Alicia actually gave birth to your lovely daughter,
Madeline.
We heard por aquí through your social media that there's another business coming up under her name. Is that true?
Yeah, we're kind of in the works for it. We haven't really sat down and mastermind what it is going to be. But I've always wanted to own like a ice cream. So we're going to probably do Maddie's Creamery. Okay. Not sure if we're going to do that. Churros, not sure if we're going to do that. The market is saturated with churros right now. Yeah, right. So we'll kind of have to see what we do for that. But we are launching a new concept at the end of the month, actually.
Ooh,
At the end of the year.
Hey,
Yeah, in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So Mason's Den, how does it work when it comes to inventing or trying to create new product?
We kind of just experiment. We kind of just sit at home, kind of look at what do people like. For example, what do people eat corn with? And then we kind of like, people eat it with mashed potatoes. That's not going to be well at a night market. We're experimenting right now with cheese. So hopefully we could do something with cheese this next coming season. For funnel cakes, we kind of just took someone's idea and we're going to make it better with the handheld funnel cake idea. Not throwing them down, but we're going to do different flavors, experiment with different toppings, and we'll see how that
So
goes.
I can't even tell you the next idea for Mentor. You're going to steal that shit from me, too.
Yeah, and put it on my podcast that I want to start,
Right? Are you guys going to be at the Ramsey Stadium? Also,
we're trying to
see
we don't the way it works is they're like all the concessions are ran by different hospitality groups, and from what I hear from other vendors is that they don't know who the hospitality group is, and I don't think they want pop-up stands outside. There's probably going to be a few concession stands similar to LAFC, so we'll see. And yeah,
that's cool.
It's exciting to see the Rams. I was a 49er fan, but now I'm a Rams fan. Everyone's like, German, you're dumb. Why do you go for the Rams just because they came to LA? Well, if the Rams do good, I do better in business. So yeah,
there you go. Very true.
Yeah,
man.
So that's the way I look at it.
Niners don't do nothing for me, right?
I mean, yeah, they don't, but we grew up being Niner fans, so.
Hey, cool. So now that I have you on camera and on audio, dude, now let's talk. We've been talking a long time for this Nopal Azul corn. Well, to talk to us, man. What are we gonna do?
I don't know, dude. Like
we
wanna incorporate the blue.
Aquí la brava, let's just brainstorm, dude. So
okay, so nopales.
So nopal and azul. What do you suggest?
I say I'm thinking in my head, it will have to be probably green, and then like a stripe, a blue, something a little blue stripe.
What I was thinking is maybe we could do like a blue, right? And then we could find a chip that's a little bit of on the darker side and use that as a little stems on the nopal.
I like that.
And I actually thought about what chip it was. The rancheritos from Mexico.
Yeah.
We can put a little bit of on it and then bam.
Dude, I don't know, because, I don't really eat those chips. Last time I comí uno.
You don't like rancheritos?
Dude, I woke up like vomiting, bro.
Oh,
damn, bro.
Ese,
You're not right
todo le hace daño.
We're going to have to scratch
todo le hace daño, menos el McDonald's y los street tacos. Pero todo lo saludable no le hace daño a MOLIS.
La neta.
For young business owner or even young couples that are trying to create something in the food industry, what advice can you give them?
Just try to focus on your product. Even though you might release a product and it might be at a competitor at an event. Just focus on your product. Focus on your quality. Focus on the way you present it. And honestly, social media is a huge thing out in the environment right now, out in the world, that if it gets to quote unquote influencer's hand, you can blow up. Right. If it gets to a foodie that has 1 million followers, they post it on their account, dude, good luck. You're gonna have lines and lines and lines.
Nice. You guys have plans of opening up a brick and mortar shop or anything like that?
I don't want to open a brick and mortar. We've been looking at a food truck. So we want to get a food truck. We've got a few quotes, but we don't know if we want to put that on the Mason's Den on a food truck or work on a different concept on a food truck that can help generate a little more income. Because Mason's Den, you can sell an elote at the Rams game for $10, but are you going to be able to sell that on the street? No.
Yeah.
So we want to focus on, probably we're working on a taco concept. Elisa's working on her Elisa's Kitchen. That's been doing really well. So we'll see. Hopefully by the end of this coming year, we can.
Hey, how hard is it to work as a couple?
Sorry.
Because I feel like you got to.
How easy.
Yeah.
Because, I know Alicia, though. So
I know.
I can see Alicia just showing up to the, to winter concessions and Hey, man, really? You can take out the fucking trash? Like, might as well, you know what? Just go do the shit. Go do it.
Yeah, so working with a couple, sorry, Alicia, like, she hates it. I hate it. You know, she has, like, a really great mentality that, you know, I look up to, like, you know, the way she wants to do things. But sometimes the way she does it and the way I do it, we kind of bump heads. And we're trying to work on that, you know, just kind of, like.
But I think it's good, though, no?
I mean, yeah, it's good. You know, she like has my back, I have her back. But
because you guys can both correct each other, because you don't want to yes each other.
Yeah, you don't.
And then you come to something, you know.
You don't.
Yeah, but she has like she has like the same attitude that I have. It's either my way or the highway. So we're always bam, bam, bam. F you, Germano, F you, you know. But
yeah. And then with Alicia, I mean, dude, she could just bump her head and just hit the floor and call 911. And that's it for you, son.
Yeah, workers' comp all day.
Workers' comp.
She'll sue her own business, you know.
Let me ask you. 2018 was a good year for you guys. I mean, I witnessed it from the beginning to the end. I never saw your line fall. You know, your lines were always, you know, long. You know, like you said, 30-40 minute wait.
Yeah.
If you can go back January 1st, 2018, what can you advise yourself?
Kind of just to hold, you know, the stress level. You know, it gets stressful. You kind of just start taking it out on people that you shouldn't be taking it out on. You know, like, yeah, you have a long line. Be grateful you have a long line. You know, be grateful that you're stressing because you have a long line and you may not be able to keep up with orders, than to be stressing that you're not making any money, you know. So I would tell myself kind of just to let the staff work how they work. You know, I have a great team, and just kind of like let them work on their pace, not like hurry up, dude, and kind of just keep myself away from them when they produce the product, you know, and letting my anger not get to me. I have a huge anger problem that I'm working on. So yeah. It gets tough, you know. Like, I'm doing personal development. I got into that maybe a couple months ago, and I've kind of been reading on it, listening to different podcasts. So that's kind of helped me kind of control my anger at times.
How long have you had the business for?
We've been in business 3 years, 2 years as Mason's Den, 1 year as her family's business, and if I've taken it on full time, maybe it's like my 1 year marker now that I'm just doing my business full time. Went from working 40-50 hours a week to making my salary to working 100 hours a week during festival season. And yeah, it sucks because I work more. I tell Alicia all the time, I'm fatter. I'm getting more white hair than I have ever in my life, you know. So
but
it's a great feeling.
Right? But it's worth it, right? If you're doing what you love, it's not work.
Yeah, it's not work.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And where do you see your business going? Like,
so we actually we do. Our business name is AGM Concessions, so we do business as Mason's Den. So we want to kind of work on different avenues of business. I want to, you know, get it more into the food industry, but I also want to touch the online sales at one point. Alicia is always talking about opening up an online boutique. I don't want to open that because I'm not really into that much fashion. I would like, if I like that pair of pants, I'll just buy it. Hey, I don't care if it's Levi's. I don't care if it's no brand, you know. So I want to kind of just work on online business. I don't know what it will be, but we want to get into that revenue one day online.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah. I mean, you know, what do you got?
No, I mean, that's cool. Actually, in the future, that's like, it's cool to see that inspiring, because in the future I have plans on doing something like that, to be able to quit your like you said, like your day job to doing something that you love.
Go from working for somebody to working for yourself.
Yeah.
Hey, let me ask you, when you're not there, because I mean, I know you guys tend to be at different places. Alicia, being young and being a female and being the owner, does she ever have issues with people not respecting her as the boss? Or
I don't think so. I honestly think, like, in this industry, there's a lot of females that are like female business owners. You know, compared to maybe like a office job where you kind of have to do things like no like bad to social media, to like the media, but you know, if you want to be a top-notch reporter at a top-notch agency, you have to kind of work your way up there. and sometimes working your way up there is not professional. In this field, you kind of just, everyone kind of respects each other. If you're a female entrepreneur that's killing it, you know, they're going to respect you. You know, even if you're not killing it, they're going to give you ways. So in this industry, you kind of don't get disrespected if you're a female.
Okay. Well, now that we have you again on the camera, the girls from Bellas, they've been trying to invite Alicia to come down.
Ooh, that'll be a cool episode.
What's up with that?
Tell her. She's like, has a really interesting story. You know, she came from kind of like living, not poverty, but she wasn't getting spoiled the way, you know, like how I grew up. So, you know, she has a really interesting story on how she came up, and, you know, hearing her and sharing stories with their parents, like they've came a long way, you know. She does administrative assistant for her parents. She actually just bought, but I tell her it's hers. She bought a concession stand trailer. We went to Florida. They drove it over here. It's in our hands now, so we'll see what she does with that. She'll probably do great things. Well, she's gonna do great things because I have faith in her.
Yeah. So Alicia, if you're hearing this, the girls from Bellas are calling you out. So
get on it.
Yeah. Guys, what else we got?
Plans? Would you drop plans for this for the
What do you
coming
guys got?
holidays?
What do you guys got for the holidays? I mean, we still got more episodes. From here to Christmas.
Yeah, you're going out of town.
We're out of the country.
Right out of the country.
To party or what?
Yeah.
Kinda, but it's with my family.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we're gonna go to Mexico and visit my family. Spend the holidays over there.
You
What
guys
about
have you guys have a lot of work for the
Actually, no. It's
holidays
like
and stuff.
December is our slow month. At least
Yeah.
we're actually trying to get into a few events, but if that doesn't happen, honestly, it's kind of a blessing,
Right.
because
Spend time
we've
with
been
the
we've
family.
honestly been working nonstop. I cannot kid you. From Labor Day weekend till maybe last weekend, it was nonstop every single weekend, prepping, going to different events. We have a music festival, Hip Hop and Chill, that's coming up at the Queen Mary the 29th and 30th. But that's like about it. There's 2 Rams games. They're headed to the playoffs. So
Yeah, right.
2019, we're trying to hit it strong, you know. We usually start our season May. We're starting in January, and hopefully we can go to Coachella this year. That's like
Really?
every person's, like every food vendor's goal is to get
Is
to
it?
Coachella. So hopefully, if you're hearing this, nephew, take me to
Yeah.
Coachella.
There you go. Coachella next year. Do the
Guys.
podcast over there.
Yeah, we'll tag along. ¿Qué le decir? Well, thanks, Herman, for being here with us.
No worries.
I apologize about Rafa being late. You know,
Nah, that's cool.
Nah.
tends to do
you know,
that.
it's just
It's cool.
traffic, man.
Being late and no
Yeah.
tacos.
Damn, no
Traffic,
tacos.
Traffic, man.
So, guys, thank you guys for hearing or watching us. Like I always promote, if you're in your car or you're on your way home from work or gym or whatever, don't look at your phone. It's dangerous. Go to NOPALAZUL.com. You'll see the icon, the Mentour district, the logo. Click it, and you'll hear the audio. You don't even have to do anything else. That's it.
Right.
And make sure you check out Bellas. Bellas are back. They just filmed this past week, so it's a great episode there también. And check out NOPALAZUL.com. There's a lot of interesting stories, and we got the whole podcast Cafeteando también. Well, one thing I want to say is I was actually late today. The reason I was late is
No excuses, man.
Nah, whatever he says, he's getting a fresh
No
outfit.
excuses. That's it. No,
I
we don't
got-
want to hear it. We don't want to hear it.
I got something for you guys. And that's why I'm late. Y aquí, the flavors are gonna.
This is like tacos, though.
The
Alright.
flavors are gonna describe you guys. Ahorita que
No,
saques regalo.
you mean you were gonna be late, so you went to go get something?
Yeah. More
I was
late.
like, oh man.
Nah,
More late.
he's lying. He went to go get a fresh pair of
Right,
sneakers,
I
you know.
man, look at him,
I
man.
mean, throw me the bag. I mean,
Okay, okay.
I'll put them right here.
A ver si te perdonamos, Molis.
All right, let's move the books because they're really expensive, so I don't want nothing on them. Just give me the bag. We'll put it here. Guys, we got paletas. I'm not gonna say where I got them from because I pay for them. So you guys could have got a free commercial.
Oh, okay.
Traigo paletas. I have the watermelon. Rafa, describe the watermelon.
Well, it looks like a slice of sandia. That's what it looks like, pretty much.
Describe the coloring.
It's red with a little bit of green on the bottom, just like a slice.
It's
The
like a
sandia.
slice of
Same
sandia.
thing.
So we have a
Pretty
sandia,
much.
And then we have, I think this is mango and chamoy. A ver, Yadira, describe it for the people that are hearing us.
So we got a deep orange red color. And then inside the paleta, actually frozen into it, is a slice of mango, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Nice.
Frozen into it.
Y son de agua. And then pues this one, this is the limon. I only brought 3 flavors. A ver, Germán, do us a favor. Describe the paleta for people that are actually...
That's the hardest one.
It's a light green, which is probably lime.
Traditional.
Yeah.
Limon.
Traditional.
Looks bomb, though.
Yeah. I just want to describe them because, you know, people are hearing us. And I'm like,
yeah.
La sandia, I mean, Rafa did an excellent job
It looks
describing.
juicy.
La sandia, it does look like a slice. The sandia. So, a ver, guys, choose your weapon. What do you guys want?
Híjole.
I'll take the limon one.
You take
Chamo.
A ver, Rafa.
Taste it. A ver how does it taste. No, para agarrar la de sandía. It's good.
Yeah. I feel like I need some chile de polvo on it.
Chile de polvo?
Yeah.
Let's try it.
You know what?
It's good.
You know what? I'm gonna go with the sandia. Ya que nobody got sandia, huh?
It's actually good.
Yeah, son de
They're
agua.
bomb.
Son de agua, so they're not.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's funny. It actually has semilla.
It does, huh?
What's the
This
white
is
though,
really
Coco?
good.
So, I mean, guys, I can't eat this popsicle having Germán look at me at the same time. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Again, I'm MOLIS.
Rafa.
I'm Yadira.
I'm Germán.
Make sure to follow him at Mason's Den.
Yes.
Masons.den.
Masons.den and my personal The Life of German.
You see on the screen. Thank you guys for watching.
Yeah.
Salud.
Cheers.
Bitch, I love didn't last. I've been faithful for about a year. She cheated on me, then I shed tears. She called back, said she's so sorry. That's why I'm Mr. Lonely, lonely. I'm sipping 40s, cause I have nobody. Fuck all of you hoes. Look lonely, so lonely. I'm sipping 40s, cause I have nobody. Fuck all these hoes.